Morning everyone, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat, this will be my Knackers Yard. That will be the battery that arrived for Tango yesterday. I've just chucked it straight on charge. I routinely try and do that with batteries when they arrive. Bit of tinkering last night before I put Tango away. I think he's looking pretty good. And my bit of tinkering was twofold really. Well, three. I did do this before, but I haven't mentioned it. I've tried moving the speedo up there. I've literally just padded out the bar. Don't like it. Don't like it. It's not quite right yet, but it'll do, and it's on the top there. I am off shot trying to paint the other one of these. I'm in no rush because I need torque sockets to get the lock set off, and I don't have them. I can't get them to fit. I can't get normal ones to fit, obviously, because I need a torque socket and I don't have one. There's a lot of waiting at the moment in terms of the post. I think today I should receive the new oil filter, which means I can swap that and actually put some oil in it. I'm still waiting on manifold boots, which is really irritating because it's really holding me back. A couple of other bits. I've got some spark plugs down there that I'll put in off shot, and I need to do a bit more tarting and tidying. But what I do have is an under tray of sorts. Now that's plastic. It's quite thick plastic. I'll show you where that came from. I'm either going to use that and paint it with some flatbed black paint, so nice tough stuff, or I use it as a template. I'm not quite sure yet, but it does have an interesting genesis. I've also slotted the seat slightly forward, really badly it has to be said. It all went a bit peaked on, but it's all covered and you can't see it, but it has closed the gap that I've had here, and I think more importantly just butted the seat up with the tank, excuse me, so I think that just looks so much better. Yeah, I'll get the seat off. I need to get that at least practice undercover off, potentially to paint, but I'll show you where it came from. Right, there we go. It is a community police sign. I didn't steal it, honest. It had fallen off a lamppost and was getting kicked around and under a car. So I grabbed it ages ago and thought that might be useful because it's quite thick plastic but light. So it will do for now. Does the job. So it's a couple of R clips just around the frame. I think I actually got those to go around here to put the side panels in on Ratboy, but I had a couple of them left, which was handy. So I've used those. So that's bolted on there and straight through the original box at the bottom there. Yeah, fabulous. Yeah, I'm going to whip that off, at least for paint. Now, the only slight, that's my horrible extending those bolts. Now, obviously you need holes through it because you need to get to those bolts to put the seat on and off. Now, I might see if I can get some like rubber stoppers or something to go through those because they look a bit awful. But when it's all blacked off, it will be easier. I need to whip that off, whip the tank off, get those sparks done, and hopefully the postie will rock up while I'm doing at least one of those. Right, so that's the plugs out, and ignore the paint on them. Obviously I used them as plugs when I was painting the engine, but the high side too. I think Charlie mentioned it actually, I think I was fortunate to get them out in one piece. The others weren't too bad, but they're just a bit burnt off. Right, let's get this rear piece off. And there we go. Supervised by the dog. Just got congratulated by somebody walking their dog saying, "Oh, isn't your dog well trained?" So that's the cover, or the tail. So it's part of the Hertfordshire Constabulary Operation Remote Baggett. Honestly, didn't steal it. It had fallen off a lamppost and blown around and was up and dragged it out from under a car actually. But it's, you know, it's decent plastic actually. It's nice and light, easy to drill through. So they're the holes that I obviously need to get to the seat. I don't know whether or not I'll plug those. I think I will ultimately. These are the original mounting holes from when it was up on the lamppost. So I think I'm going to try and find a way of covering those. Probably some gauze on the back and filler on the front, and then just get that blacked out. I think I'm just going to use that. Although I made it as a template, you know, it works so well that I'll just use it as is, I think. But it just needs it needs a bit of tidying up. Nice mini project. Dogs on guard. So yeah, that is, you know, the scruffiest of repairs on the back. Bit of metal grill over the top, a bit of a filler on the back. Leave it to do its thing, and then fill the front. What's also arrived is my oil filter. So I'm just going to dab that in and chuck it, dab it just to get the edge wet, and then get that mounted. Right, and get that done. Right, just as I was getting tempted to just throw it on with the old boots, I've just had an email saying it's going to get delivered today. So I've taken the old ones off. I'm just going to clean up the bolts a little bit and just get everything prepped, and hopefully just drop the new ones straight in. Right, the boots have arrived. Fucking yes. Right, let's get this car back on. I'm going to fast forward this because I want some tunes and it takes time. I've had to, I don't know what it is, the setup of these. The cables, the throttle cables are very, very short. They're perfect on, but so effectively I've dropped the throttle off the bar to bring the cables in, and I'll sort all that out afterwards to bring the cables out. So put the cables on first because they're impossible to put on once the carb's in, and then we'll crack on.
Because of their kindness and because he is to be the centre of attention.
40 minutes, Jesus.
He understands and appreciates that.
Bloody hell. Right, so we're somewhat there. Use the word somewhat incorrectly. Right, got fuel on, got the fuel pump on, got everything on. The bit that I'm concerned about, the two bits I'm concerned about, one, I can't squeeze that battery in yet. I'll carry on playing with that. I've just jumped it off leads at the moment. The other one, I can't remember which way round the coil leads go. I know I talked my way through it last time, but I can't remember. I can't find the footage either, which is fucking irritating. But I'll have a play around with this. Just see if we get anything at all, shall we? The fuel pump doing what it should have done. Fuel level dropped quite drastically. That is it. Christ, let's just suck all of that through. Yeah, I'll put my fuel behind you. Put the throttle back on. Right, go. Quieter with those holes sealed up. Although it is blowing like a bastard down the bottom. Never see the hole. Blowing on number 1, 2, 3 exhaust. I might just try and do that up a bit tighter. Possibly the best exhaust patch up in the world, and it's where I've had to drill those to try and get them in. I've drilled too high up. So if I go for something like that, so that's an 8. Right, so not my prettiest job ever, but bit of beer can and 3 clamps. Let's see if we can make a better noise. That means the horse is doing what it should do. Top. I think I need to replace the crush washer, but nice. Yeah, that is a fairly ferocious oil leak there, but I can do that. Right. That's me, it works. It smokes like a bastard, but I need to put stuff away because we're going out. See you in a bit. Right, so I'm back to pop out. So a bit of a rush. That works fine. I've sorted that oil leak out. You see a nice shiny new crush washer in there. I've got 2 crush washers at the end and 1 at the bottom, which is just fucking stupid. But hey, I've got a slight leak on that. Sounds fucking brilliant though. I've got a slight leak on that, on the exhaust stud. I don't think my attempt has cured it. I'm going to go for the helicoil option, I think, and then just whip the pipes off. I think I can get to it while it's on the bike. It's going to be awkward, but I think I'm going to have to do it. We'll see how we get on from there. Sorry, a bit of an interruption, chat with a neighbour. So where are we? I'm not sure. I need to do that engine stud. I thought I got away with it, but I haven't. Now, to me, clearance to that looks like radiator off. So, justifying just having water in there, frankly. That is a pisser. But hey, I think I kind of saw that coming. It sounds good. I've got rid of most of those blows. I did find another one in the exhaust, so I have patched it up again. I know a couple of guys said, look, you're better off just buying a second-hand one, and they're probably right. But you know, I've given it another patch. We see how we go. It's certainly better. It's just blowing at that top end, but the engine's fine. It works. It's proven the wiring works. The exhaust looks scruffy. And that's not an end state solution, but at least it's proven something. If nothing else, it's proven that I might just go for a similar short slash exhaust like I have done before, which worked quite well. But we're getting there, people. We are getting there. Thanks so much for watching all. Not quite sure what is next. I'm not quite at paintwork yet, but we shall see. Cheers all. Ta-da.